Okay, so hello everyone. This is part 3 of our JavaScript and React.js playlist. This video we are going to discuss about how browser interacts our our HTML. Okay, what I'm trying to say is see here, for example, here is our HTML. Suppose this is what our HTML. Let me write. Suppose this one is text.html. Okay, the page name is text.html. And here I have written some code. Okay, so you can understand. I've written some like HTML tag is written. Okay, I've written HTML tag. Then I've written head section. Inside the head section, I've written suppose style. Okay, and inside the style, I'm writing h1. Okay, I'm writing h1 color. Okay, writing h1 color red. Close it. Right now, I'm creating body text. Right, and inside the body, I have one h1 tag which containing message hello. Right, h1 course. Right, and after that body. Okay, and after that HTML. Okay, one is missing head. I forgot to. So let's close the head section. The head is also. So this is what our HTML page, right? And here we have browser. Here, suppose here is browser in our company. We are executing. So how communication will happen? Suppose this is what browser. Okay, this is what browser. Okay, so how browser will translate our HTML? So what happened? What process happened between? Let's understand. So see, first our HTML, this our HTML code will translate. This HTML code will translate into what? It will translate into bytes. Our HTML code will translate in bytes. Means we can say the code will be converted into binary. So like one like that. It will convert something like that. Right? And after that, what will happen? After converting this code, once this code converted into byte, now this code will convert into character. This code will convert into character, right? And how this code will convert into character? Suppose I have h1 tag. Suppose I have h1 tag, body tag. So all the tags will convert into individual characters. All the tags will convert into individual characters. Like for example, try to understand here. For example, you have written body tag. Body tag will 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 divide in individual characters. This is less than simple. This is B O T Y like this. Okay, so all the text will converted into what characters, individual characters. The red, what will happen? Once it will converted into characters, then after that it will converted into token. Okay, it will be converted into token. Token, or we can say the individual characters will convert into text. It's, so let me write here. It will be converted into token. So it will be converted into token. And what are the tokens? Tokens are nothing but just elements. It will be converted. Say for example, this is a body text, so it will be converted. It will convert to elements. Like h1 element will convert into a token. So converting, when we are converting, when we are converting, see here, when we are converting our code character into text, or we can say token. So what we call this process? What we call this process? This process is known as tokenization. Converting character, converting character into token. Converting characters into token is known as tokenization. So this process is known as tokenization, right? And after tokenization, what will happen? Okay, after tokenization, what will happen? After tokenization, our these tokens, whatever tokens are there, these tokens will convert it into what? These tokens will be converted. Okay, what is node? Let me tell you what is node. So these tokens will convert it into, okay, like what do you understand by node? So the tokens will convert it in individual node. Okay. Okay, so what is the mean of converting into node? For example, you have what? You have body tag. Okay, you have what? Body tag. So this body tag will represent type of tree, or we can say dom. Okay, it will be converted in this form, like whatever inside the body elements, it will be converted into, right. So for example, inside the body we have h1 tag. Okay, so h1 will come here, and inside the body we have suppose img tag. I have img tag. So it will, our elements will further convert it into node, individual node, right? I hope you're understanding this. After tokenization, what is the next process? Browser will convert our our node, okay, our token into, so it will be converted from token to node. Okay, and after node, what will hold? And this node elements, also known as, we call them, what we call them? We call them basically DOM, DOM elements. What we call it? DOM. So this will be converted into DOM. After converting into DOM, what will happen? It will convert into layout. This this DOM will be converted into layout. Layout means like it will convert into layout is how it will visible, how these elements will visible on the web page. So means who will take care of this layout? Okay, after that, what will happen? Layout. Okay, so what will happen after node? It will convert it into layout, and browser have browser engine have render method. So browser engine will render this layout onto the browser page. Okay, so what will happen? The next procedure. Next procedure is, okay, browser engine. You can say rendering engine, or you can say, okay. So what happening here? Our nodes. Okay, token in converted into node. Okay, node is nothing but DOM. It is what DOM representation. Okay, it is all the elements, all the HTML elements will represent in hierarchy, right? And after that, it will be converted into layout. Okay, so it will be converted into layout. Okay, so layout, what it will do? Layout, after layout, rendering engine will come into the picture. So rendering engine, what rendering engine will do? It will paint. This engine will paint our elements on the browser screen. Okay, so rendering engine will give our elements to the paint. Okay, so in browser there is a mechanism called painting, right? So it will give to the painting, and painting will paint our all the elements, all the layout on the browser screen. So what will happen? It will paint where it will paint? It will paint, it will display whatever the elements are there on the browser screen. So this is the internal procedure. This is what? This is what? Internal procedure. This is what? Internal procedure. So what happening? Try to understand everyone. Okay, now try to understand. Okay, so here is what? Our HTML page. Our HTML page will convert into bytes. Okay, and after bytes, it will convert into characters, individual characters. And after individual characters, it will be converted into token. The process converting characters into token is known as tokenization. Okay, after token, what will happen? Our tokens will be represent into what node? Our token will convert into node. Okay, and node is not hierarchy of representing our element. After node, it will be converted into layout. After layout will give this layout to the rendering engine. Okay, and rendering engine will paint. Rendering engine have one method called paint, so it will paint all the elements on the browser. Whatever HTML code you have written, that code will paint it on browser. Okay, so this is the process. This is the process. Suppose, for example, here I have index.html, right? So basically, whenever we write HTML code, what do we write? We write this exclamation sign and press enter. So what we get? We get one skeleton. We get some structure, boilerplate. Okay, then we write h1 element and we write hello world. Okay, so let me open with server. Okay, so what it is printing? It is printing hello world. Suppose if I okay, so it is okay, so it is printing hello world. Suppose if I delete my HTML boilerplate and I'm writing here only h1 and I'm printing message hello. So what will happen? Will it print? Will it print? Will it print hello world? Sorry. So it is printing hello world. So for example, another browser, will it work? Let me open this URL. Another browser. Let me start Chrome. Okay, so paste it here. So it is printing. But what we have written? What we have written H1. But we have written only H1. Right? So what will happen when you go to the inspect? When you go to the inspect and you will check into the elements. When you go to the inspect and when you check to the elements, it is showing what? It is showing complete code. H1 elements is there. Okay, head tag is there. Body tag is there inside the body. Okay, hello world is there. So who is writing this? Who is writing this? So it is coming just because it is following this procedure. It is following this procedure. Your H1 heading is converting in bytes, then characters, then tokenization, then tokenization. After tokenization, it will convert it into node. So our H1 is converted into nodes. Okay, parent of H1 is body, right? And parent of body is what? HTML element. After that, it is converting into layout, then rendering engine, converting into what? Painting. Rendering engine has one method called painting, and it is displaying on the browser. So this is the process is happening. Okay, interviewer asks these kind of questions like how your HTML code execute by the browser, right? We know how C and C++ code compile, but most of the students don't know how HTML code compile by the browser. Okay, browser Chrome has V8 engine, so how that engine execute our first convert it into bytes, characters, token, codes, okay, layout, rendering engine, painting, and it will display the out. Actually, whatever the output of your HTML code, it will display on the browser. So this is the process. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you understood the process, internal process. Yes, thank you everyone for watching this video.